Welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents.
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I am Matt. And welcome to the new year, the new season.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 of 2026.
How many seasons are we now? Is this 5?
Yeah, this is the start of 5th season. Ow, fuck, I just bit my tongue.
Ow.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to do something a little different. We've talked about it, but we've just never did it.
Right. Kind of like the old Headbangers Ball back in the day.
Yes.
The first episode was a recap
Of the previous year.
Of the previous year.
Right.
Until they got to 1990, and then they done the 80s.
Yes.
They went all the way back and showed videos like from 1980, AC/DC,
Yep.
all the way there. It was cool. We don't have any videos for you.
No. And our producer and editor, he doesn't want to sit through hours upon hours of
Previous podcasts.
yeah,
and
to
splice all that together.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Right. Well, he does have a daytime job,
Yes.
like we do. So
But there were a lot of notable deaths, and we're going to save that for the end
right.
because there's a whole lot of people going back through the list. And it doesn't, like, the list doesn't encompass everybody.
Right. We're not going to do like the Grammys or the Oscars
Right.
where we list everybody in the fields,
Right, no.
and-
It's people
just-
that have meant something to us and or the general population.
We're not going to go back and talk about a director or not a director, but the guy that wrote the screenplay for blah, blah, blah,
Right,
50 years ago.
right,
That
right.
died this year.
But
And I guess we can say this. If we don't mention somebody that passed this year, then leave a comment,
yes,
because we kind of went through a couple different lists from a couple different news organizations,
yes.
whether it was athletes, movie personalities, music personalities.
couple political,
political-
big political people, and like we have always said, we're not giving our political view,
Right.
but the people in the political realm that's on the obituary, if you will, had a big impact on the United States as a whole. But first one I want to talk about, with the passing of Pope Francis, which you Catholics out there will mean a big thing to you, but Pope Leo the 14th, the first American Pope. Now, according
He should have been poped up, ours.
but that's the thing. He's a White Sox fan. He's not even a Cubs fan.
True. Yeah, but you could name yourself whatever. He should have been Pope Ditka.
Yeah. The fact that he is American says a lot.
Yeah.
And being from Chicago, the Blues Brothers.
I mean, you're talking flyover states.
Right.
I mean, Midwest,
Yep.
Chicago.
Yeah.
That's to be the Pope. That's. I'm not Catholic, but I still think that's kind of cool.
Oh, hell yeah. The dude rides a Harley. And he was a bouncer.
Right.
The fact that the fact that you could probably, like, I don't know, when when you think of Chicago, at least I do, there's one place that's not deep dish pizza that I think
That was going to be my first thought was deep dish pizza.
those that have been in Chicago know this place. It's called Portillo's. Gabriel Iglesias actually talked about Portillo's in one of his stand-ups because they have the chocolate cake shake.
Oh, yeah, you've told me about that.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, it is fucking amazing. But the way the Vatican released it is the first American Pope in 1,000 years. Now, 1,000 years ago,
There was no United States of America.
we weren't a country.
And there's been and wasn't Pope Francis, wasn't he from South America?
Oh,
I may be wrong. I mean, there's been popes from the Americas. I think.
they've all been white.
Well, I know, but there's white people in South America too.
No, I know that. I know that.
You know, especially in let me get the name of this country right. It wasn't Brazil. It was Argentina.
Argentina is kind of
they-
central,
They
I
well,
think.
no, Argentina is, but they got
Yeah.
a lot of white immigrants after World War II.
Yeah, those are Germans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Those were the SS.
Pope Hitler.
Yeah. The next big thing that I want to talk about, which is the first time it's happened in our lifetime, only the second time, as I did my research, that it's ever happened. A person was elected for their second term with somebody in the middle.
Right.
So, current President Trump took the inauguration last January, and he became the 47th president. So he's 45 and 47.
Yep. Who was the other one? We looked that up several weeks ago.
Yeah,
It was back. Was it like Buchanan or somebody like that?
yeah. Like I think it was Adams.
Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know there was John Adams, and then there was John Quincy Adams, and I'm thinking. Wait a second.
Wait, let's bring up the Google machine.
Get my eyeballs out here so I can see.
It's been a hot minute.
It has. And we've had New Year's. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Okay.
No, I mean since there was the last time a guy, two-term president with somebody in between.
Two-term president without being
Consecutive.
Convicted.
Well, then there's that.
Who has been a two-term president without being convicted? Convicted of a crime, confirmed, convicted of a felony, elected. There
well.
it is. Consecutive.
Oh, okay.
Grover Cleveland.
That's another podcast.
Yeah. Grover Cleveland served 2 non-consecutive terms as the 22nd and the 24th U.S. president. So Cleveland and Trump.
Okay.
Let's see here. Elected to 2 terms, the first Democrat elected after the Civil War, Grover Cleveland was the only president to leave the White House and return for a second term 4 years later until Donald J. Trump.
It doesn't say whether he was not reelected or if he just didn't seek reelection or what. Does
Yeah,
it?
not in this.
Yeah.
And okay, and this is coming from ClintonWhitehouse3.archives.gov. Grover Cleveland, the White House, yada yada. Okay, so that was a big thing.
Yeah,
You know, it hadn't
yeah.
happened since the Civil
Right.
War.
Or just after.
Yeah. let's P. Diddy. The conviction of Sean Puffy Combs, Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy.
If you own stock in baby oil and lube, you're probably fucked now.
Hey, I found the right button.
You did. You found it the first time.
That shook the entertainment world as a whole because not only people in the music industry, but actors and
Entertainment,
yes,
especially. Yeah.
and the list wasn't hidden.
What was his? Was there minors involved, or was it just the drugs, or
There was drugs. There was
trafficking? I know
trafficking.
trafficking, but I don't know if it was trafficking of minors though.
No, I don't think it was like
It was
Epstein.
just trafficking. It was just
Yes.
bringing girls across state line for prostitution purposes, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not even going to try to, because I didn't pay attention to the trial.
Right.
Because I don't care.
Yeah.
On a political standpoint, I know we switched from Trump to Diddy, but Charlie Kirk's death,
Assassination.
assassination on live television,
Right.
live recording.
I seen it on Facebook.
Yeah,
I mean, somebody had posted this, I'm like, oh, okay, another Charlie Kirk short,
yeah,
It's like, holy fuck. I mean, I'm not saying I agreed with everything Charlie Kirk ever said. I'm not saying I disagreed with him. I'm just saying that's a terrible way to go.
yes,
That's a wife, 2 young children.
yeah,
And I'm going to bring this up because I want to say something about another one later.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of people that celebrated that, I thought was fucking horrendous,
yes,
because no person should die
No.
that way. I don't care if
No.
I don't care if you disagree with everything the guy said.
Right.
That's not the point. He got murdered this time
public.
in front of the nation.
right,
In public. He was doing one of his college deals, and he was very versed in everything. He was talking to college kids who
yes,
weren't as versed, and so it made
Right.
them look bad. I mean, every once in a while there were some that made him look kind of shitty.
right. But he never
but he got
lashed out at them for making him like. If he didn't have his facts straight and somebody schooled him, he didn't lash out at
Right.
them.
He was like, well, yeah, there's that, but
Yeah.
but this point here, and he would go off on another subject. I mean,
Right.
I wasn't that familiar with him. I had seen several of the reels and the shorts
Yeah.
on YouTube and stuff like that, and I'd watch it, and it was like Charlie Kirk, blah blah blah, and I'd watch it and go, okay, well, I don't really agree with that, or he's got a point,
Right.
but just the murder itself, the assassination, nobody deserves that.
Not
Not
since.
not in not in this country that is supposedly built on free speech.
Right. Not since JFK has.
Yeah, but the Zapruder film didn't get released till 14 years later,
Yeah.
and that was a comedian that brought that tape on Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gregory was
Yep.
his name.
Um.
I mean, it happened live. They had, but it was like pop, 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 and then da da da.
Yeah.
But the Zapruder came out and showed the whole thing and his head exploding, and
Right.
yeah,
And it's they didn't announce, like, first they announced that the president had been shot,
right,
and then they announced sometime later that
The president was dead.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy has died.
That was-
But
yeah.
okay,
Okay.
so to the sports world, the biggest thing that I am going to fucking lay down. Forget the Super Bowl. Forget
You
all
want to
of
forget
that.
the Super Bowl living in Kansas City.
But I'm
Even though
not.
you're a Raiders fan.
Yes.
But your household is Chiefs fans.
Yes. But I always
Congratulations to the Eagles.
root for the AFC,
Right.
regardless. But and this just happened a couple weeks ago. So, but it made the whole year fucking worth waiting on. The Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight.
Yeah.
The fact that, okay, now I'll give props to, yeah, it's Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Logan's the wrestler.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you got in the ring with an actual current fucking boxer. Cool, man.
2-time heavyweight champion.
Yes. But the fact that he was 28-4 with 25 knockouts
Right.
and you went with 10-ounce gloves.
And I didn't realize he was ranked in the WBA as a cruiserweight
Right.
until I seen it a while ago that they dropped him out of the rankings because he lost that fight.
Right.
So, I mean,
But
in
it's
theory, he should have never been in the ring with that guy
right.
just because of the weight disparity.
Right. But, you know,
But he was.
I got to give him props for having the huevos to step into the ring with
Well,
him.
$100 million will make you do
90.
stupid shit. 90?
Yeah. They both got 90. But apparently
Tomatoes.
Anthony Joshua got taxed out the ass because he's not an American citizen.
And
Paul
apparently, I seen something, and I don't know if it's true or not. It could be AI bullshit, but apparently he was involved in a fatality car accident here like the last day or two in his home country.
could be, but I
But supposedly he was okay. He was released. But,
yeah.
You know, thoughts and prayers out to that family.
And you know, I'm just glad that somebody finally fucking took the sail out of Paul's.
At least wired his mouth shut for a few weeks.
Oh my God. He got his ass knocked the fuck out. And if you are on TikTok, you've got to look up Ginger Billy. And he does a fucking phenomenal recap, parody, if you will, of the fight. But it's fucking spot on.
You can probably find it on Facebook or YouTube. I'm sure because I see
Yes.
Ginger Billy on Facebook all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just make myself a Tesla
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
But the fact that, and it came out like the next day. And it was just hilarious. My brother and I, we were watching it. And actually, we went over to a friend of his house and we were playing poker that night. And I showed up with a couple of bucks.
Liquor in the front and poker in the rear.
No.
Remember that place on 13
Yes.
that advertised that?
Yep.
It was something bar, liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
I ended up winning big that night with
Nice.
in poker, and then because we were all because there was my brother, myself, a couple of his friends, their friends, and it's like there was like 6 of us watching the fight, and everybody was rooting for Anthony Joshua.
Right.
I mean, he had the height advantage, he had the reach advantage,
The weight.
the weight, because I think Jake Paul had like 4 knockouts.
Something like that.
I mean,
And he'd
and
lost
his-
a fight before on decision. I
Yeah.
can't remember who that was against.
But
But he had usually fought like Tyson, fought a lot older guys.
Yep.
Or he fought top MMA guys that were known for their wrestling and not their
Yes.
striking.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a completely different fucking ball game.
Exactly. Unless you're getting into the ring with a brawler like Tank Abbott
Right.
back
That's
in
what
the
I'm
day.
saying. But
Yeah.
I mean, a guy known for their jujitsu and their fucking takedown and their wrestling, who's not a striker. I mean, he
Right.
could be a fucking MMA killer, but when all you can do is strike
Yeah.
and you're not known for that, yeah, that's
Yeah.
you know,
But it's just fucking crazy. Sticking into the sports world ish, if you will, we'll go sports entertainment.
sports entertainment.
Yes. John Cena became the first 17-time world heavyweight champion or world champion
Officially.
officially. And
Ric Flair will dispute that
yes,
because there were some times as NWA world champion, like in Puerto Rico one night, he lost to the local guy down there.
Yes.
And then got it back. And that one officially counted, but if he
Right.
hadn't have lost it, they
Right.
probably wouldn't have got out alive.
exactly.
He think Flair, I've heard him say, and of course, Rick likes to kind of pad the truth. What shall we say? Kind of like some other famous guy that we're going to talk about later. He claims he'd won it 23 times
Okay.
between NWA and
Right.
WWF and
WCW.
WCW.
But Rick actually came out and said that Cena is the GOAT.
Well, because basically Cena won the WWF or WWE
Yes.
and the World Heavyweight Championship, which was owned by WWE at the time. It wasn't a different organization. They basically took that belt
Right.
from WCW when they bought them out. So all 17 of his was done under the WWE umbrella.
Right.
It wasn't across NWA,
Right,
WCW, WWE.
Right.
da, da, da.
Which with and I'm not taking anything away from the Nature Boy. But it's hard to track down
Nature Boy,
proof.
like him or hate him, was the GOAT of the 80s.
Oh yes.
As far as championships and everything, everybody will talk about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the biggest star. But as far as wrestler,
Yeah.
Flair,
Right.
in my book,
Right.
you know, and this is what we say. This is our opinions only. If you disagree,
Leave us a
comment
comment.
down below, please.
Yes.
You may
but-
say AJ Styles is a GOAT, and okay,
But Ric Flair has said that, Cena is the GOAT. And I mean, a lot of people have, because during that going from ruthless aggression to the PG era, Cena was there. And it's not,
and carried the company.
yes.
And I think we brought this up on our Cena's Last Match podcast. That there was only one guy that could have done that,
Yeah,
and that was John Cena.
exactly.
There was I think it was with Cody Rhodes, and he was talking about when he first became champion, the first time he got the belt. And of course, business was down,
Yeah.
and they had to black out part of the arena so it didn't look empty. And da 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 da. He said Stone Cold happened to be there one night, and he said, "Hey, good job, kid." But they didn't have to tarp off the arena when I was on top.
Yeah.
And Cena's like, okay.
But Cena also, for the first time in his 23-year career, in 2025, became a Grand Slam champion.
By beating Dirty Dom for the Intercontinental title.
Exactly. And that says a lot, that you've held the U.S. title, the heavyweight, the universal, whatever you want to call it. Those were the only titles that you held, and it took you 23 years to get the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
And
That tells you something about the company saying, hey, he needs this one.
well, back in the day, it was a stepping stone. U.S. title, Intercontinental.
Well,
then-
if you want to go back before the merger or the buyout, the U.S. title was the number one contender for the NWA title,
Right.
or then it became the WCW title. The Intercontinental was always the
Yeah.
number one contender for the WWF or WWE title.
Right. But there was another
But
title other than I thought there was another title other than the Intercontinental back in the day
not
because you had the
in,
tags.
not in the old WWE or WWF.
Yes.
It was the world title, the Intercontinental title, and the tag team title, the world tag team titles, or the WWF tag team titles.
Little off the subject.
They did do a European title for a few years,
Yes. Yeah.
but that was later on.
Right. Little off the subject. A famous Intercontinental champion who never made the step to the big strap.
Well, there were several of those. Don Morocco, Tito Santana.
I'm looking for one individual who had the greatest non-main event WrestleMania match.
Wasn't the Macho Man because he won the
Nope.
world title.
Nope.
Jake the Snake.
No. Okay. I'll break it down.
Okay, break it down.
Is this thing on? Hanging above the ring is two belts. Two
Oh.
Intercontinental belts.
Oh, okay. Razor Ramon.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first ever ladder match with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. And Razor never got his shot at
They-
the world title.
Kevin Nash's podcast, they were talking about that here a few episodes ago. They had one ladder for that fucking match.
Yep.
That was it. If that ladder got fucking broke or something,
Yeah.
they were fucked.
There was no backup plan.
There was no backup plan.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because we've seen in recent years where ladders,
Oh my
like
God.
the foot would break off of one of them or something.
Or
and-
they would Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes,
yeah,
their ladder match, and the ladder
the power
broke
bombed
in the
him.
middle.
Yeah,
Um,
but they had 14 of the fucking ladders out there.
Right.
So that was the ladder that was supposed to break.
yes. And finally, one of the things I want to
I
talk
think,
about.
didn't Hot Rod win the Intercontinental title?
Yeah.
And he never won the World Championship.
No, I'm one to.
No, he never did.
Okay. But
He never, not in WWF.
yeah, but Hot Rod wasn't known.
Hot Rod
like,
didn't need a belt.
No, he didn't.
He didn't need a belt.
No. What other guy?
Hogan's talked about that because Hot Rod never done a job for Hogan.
No.
Never.
Just
and,
like
and Hogan's like, man, we could have made so much more money if you'd at least done the job, and then we could have brought it back. And Rowdy's probably thinking, yeah, bullshit. You'd have never brought it back.
right.
Kind of like that 3-match run that Hogan was supposed to have with Shawn Michaels. And they supposed to win one each, and then Hogan was going to win the third one, and Hogan's like, that doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
And so Shawn oversold every fucking thing in that match.
Oh yeah. Andre and Macho. Because Macho wore baby oil. And
Oh, yeah.
Andre did not like baby oil. And anyways.
At least he didn't fart on him.
Yeah.
Poor Jake.
Oh,
Why are you laughing? I'm farting.
the last thing that I want to talk about for 2025 before we get into the next part, back to the beginning. Ozzy's final performance, and which, unbeknownst to us, would be his final performance, period.
Right.
It was his final performance with Black Sabbath and his final performance with his band, which Zach, oh my God.
Did you see the video where Zach he was doing Mama, I'm Coming Home. Mm-hmm. And Zach's over there going, we got to help Dad.
Yeah.
And he moved his shit over to where he could get on the microphone because Ozzy was having trouble.
Yes. But the, I've heard the Youngblood version of Changes,
Yeah.
and I mean it's really fucking moving. Not quite Kelly and Ozzy, because
Right.
that one is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But the Osbournes gave Youngblood the okay to release that song. And if I'm not mistaken, it is nominated for a Grammy.
I seen something about that this morning on the news. They were talking about English punk star does Ozzy.
Yeah.
I'm like, punk star?
Yeah.
Metal.
But-
you know? I mean,
Right. And
fuck.
but Youngblood,
I mean, when I first, because I seen what he done. What the fuck song was it? Was it Mama, I'm Coming Home? But he done it.
probably.
Huh?
Probably.
But he done it with Aerosmith, basically. And I'm like, 'cause I'd never heard of him.
Right.
And I seen that, I'm going, well, it's not Ozzy, but
Right.
that's not bad.
I mean,
That's,
Kelly Clarkson is good
Oh.
at
Yeah.
Mama, I'm Coming Home.
No, not
Carrie
Kelly
Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. And she's a metalhead.
What was funny, she talked about that. She was, they had done it in rehearsals and stuff. And she wanted to do it on stage. And she called Sharon
Yes.
and said, hey, we're wanting to do Mama, I'm Coming Home in my live act. And she goes, sweetheart, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't have to ask for permission because she wasn't recording it on an album.
Right.
She was just performing it,
Right.
But she wanted Sharon's
Yeah.
blessing before she put it out to the public.
And Youngblood, he did Jack Osbourne's podcast after Ozzy had passed, and of course talking about his dad. And I mean, it was recently after Ozzy passed. Jack broke down, and because Youngblood was close with the family. Not just a performer or an artist that knew
Right.
Ozzy. No, he was a friend of the family.
Right.
And the one thing that I have read over 40 plus years of Sharon being Ozzy's manager, you don't fuck with Ozzy or his music.
Right.
Because Sharon
She will
Sharon
cut
was
your nuts off.
Oh, she was fucking ruthless.
Right.
But the
Well,
concert went off.
as long as he don't become an Ozzy tribute band, I mean,
right.
I hope he becomes his own star.
Yes.
And
and apparently in Europe he is.
Yeah.
And it's the Back to the Beginning that brought him across the pond.
I need to look up some of his
Yeah.
stuff.
And
I was unfamiliar until the final concert.
the fact that the reunited Slayer,
Right.
their first performance was Back to the Beginning.
Right.
I mean the bands that were on that bill, and Sharon had said that they're going to release the concert, and all proceeds will go towards Parkinson's. And
Well, I mean, they recorded it all because you could.
yes,
It was a pay-per-view.
yes,
You could have bought for it's like 72 hours. Day of the concert and after you
Yep.
get on it for like 72 hours. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it on Netflix or or whatever streaming platform. I think that'd
Exactly.
be, you know, HBO Max, whatever.
Yeah. Hell, I remember back in the 80s when HBO would have their fucking concert series. I saw my first concert I remember seeing was Phil Collins' No Jacket Required on HBO. I thought that was awesome.
Well, we watched. Oh goddamn! I just went blank on his name. The Piano Man,
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Yep.
His 100th concert sellout in a row at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
He'd done a concert a month there for 100 fucking dates, and it's like, yeah, I think it's once a month or whatever.
Yep.
But it was like, goddamn, and they just got to put it on. I think it was HBO or
Yeah.
I don't remember what streaming platform. But anyway, wife, she's a big Billy Joel fan.
Yeah.
And we watched it, and I'm watching it going, God damn. Because there's one point he came out and he goes, well, I'm going to try to sing this, but I don't know if I can hit those notes anymore. And then they went into the song, and it's like, to be a cheesy fucking wrestling fan, you still got it.
Yeah.
You know?
So my niece
No,
Kennedy,
I think that happened this year, didn't it?
maybe I
think it
didn't
did.
see anything
I mean,
about it.
kind of cool.
My niece Kennedy, she's 20 years old. She got a tattoo of a piano, a little bitty piano on the back of her arm,
Uh-huh.
because she loves Billy Joel that much.
Nice.
And you know, just thinking about it, it's like, wow, that's transcending
Right.
generations.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Glass Houses was his big one back in the early 80s.
Well, you had
You may
Uptown
be
Girl.
right.
Yeah.
I may be crazy.
Right. You had
Yeah.
Uptown Girl. You had Piano Man.
Glass Houses, I think, was the name of the album.
Yeah.
Where he's standing in front of this glass house with a rock
Yep.
or a brick or whatever.
And now we transition to the obituary part. First on the list, Robert Redford.
I grew up watching Robert Redford from his
Butch Cassidy,
yeah.
and the Sundance Kid. My favorite and most memorable movie that I remember Robert Redford in, and this was later in his career, but The Last Castle. He played a major general, 2-star general, that's a Medal of Honor recipient, and he ended up making the call which got the unit, like majority of the unit, killed. And he took the fall and he went to prison, military prison. Tony Soprano. I can't think of his actual name.
Big Pussy.
No.
Oh.
No, the guy that played Tony Soprano.
I don't know. Did they call him Big Pussy?
No,
didn't?
that was a different guy.
That was a different guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he was the warden, and it was actually a really good movie, and it reminded me of the federal prison in Lansing, Kansas, because it's
Leavenworth?
no. Well, you got Leavenworth, and then the next town over is Lansing.
Oh, okay.
Lansing has the federal prison, where Leavenworth has the military federal prison.
Oh, okay.
But the one in Lansing, it looks like a castle. The big walls and the towers and everything. Just, yeah.
I mean, hell, I'm old enough. I remember watching movies with Robert Redford's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, not Robert Redford. Never mind.
Yeah.
Totally different person.
Diane Keaton.
Yeah. Some of the movies we grew up watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going blank on any of them by name right now.
Yeah,
Wasn't she in the Banger Sisters with Goldie Hawn? Was that Diane Keaton? No. I'm wrong.
yeah.
That was she was the one that played in Let's Do the Time Warp Again.
No, that was Susan Sarandon
Susan Sarandon. That's who
in
that.
Rocky Horror Picture
Yeah,
Show.
that was who.
Uh,
That was that movie I was thinking of. But
Diane
Diane Keaton, she
Keaton-
was in a lot of.
yeah, she was. I don't want to pull it up because
Because we got a ways to go.
yeah.
Fabulous
next-
actress, though.
Yes, Academy Award winner.
Oh yeah.
The next one on the list, a big. I can name a lot of movies with this guy, and regardless whether it was a serious role, a comedic role, Val Kilmer. You know,
Ice.
Iceman. Yeah,
Yeah, he was Iceman.
real genius.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah, I'm your
Tombstone.
Huckleberry, Doc Holliday.
Yep.
And the fact that in Top Gun 2, Tom Cruise tipped the hat to Val Kilmer. Batman Forever. I thought, yeah, the set and everything was kind of campy, but I thought Val played a great Bruce Wayne, played a great Batman.
He had that voice. Probably the best one.
Well, I mean, it wasn't no Christian Bale.
Well,
Batman.
well, you know.
But you know, it's
But when Tombstone came out, that was with
Kurt
Kurt
Russell,
Russell,
Sam
Elliott,
Elliott,
Val
Bill
Kilmer,
Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Yep.
About the same time,
When Tombstone came out,
when was the guy from Yellowstone fame,
Kevin Costner,
Kevin Costner, had one come out about
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I was thinking,
And I watched because I was thinking, shoot out the OK Corral. No, that's
No,
an old '50s movie.
right, but I was thinking Liam Neeson when he did Rob Roy right around the same time as Braveheart.
Braveheart. Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson did Rob Roy.
Oh, at the same time
When-
Braveheart came out.
yes,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah,
But I watched both
Kurt
of those
Russell.
movies. But I like Tombstone better, and it was because of Kurt Russell, and especially Val Kilmer.
right.
You know, that was I mean-
you look like somebody's just walked over your grave.
yeah. I mean, Kilmer played that role
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking good. And even there at the last, when he's playing cards, it's like, I don't want to play no more Wyatt.
And
When he's died in the tuberculosis ward.
he was a method actor.
Yeah.
He basically starved himself to look that pale and sweaty and everything.
Could
Next-
have contributed to what shortened his life.
Well, yeah. Oh, one more movie I do want to mention. It has the greatest shootout of all time, the greatest sound effect for a shootout. The movie Heat. John Woo tried, like they overdubbed several times,
Right.
but they couldn't get the sound right. And it was the sound of the blanks, the live sound of the blanks actually
didn't sound right.
reverberating off the buildings made it sound so real. And that's what they ended up using. Somebody that I know or maybe not you so much, but me, grew up watching Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I watched the Cosby Show.
Theo Huxtable.
I watched the Cosby Show a lot.
Yeah.
tragic
Yes.
because he drowned.
Yes.
Trying to save his child, wasn't
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heart wrenching, and it's there's two other people on this list, and Malcolm. They all died within a 6-day stretch.
he?
Gene Hackman.
That was tragic because him and his wife were both found dead,
Yeah.
and it was several days later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were, from what I understand, there was no foul play involved,
Right.
but Gene been diagnosed with dementia and everything, and
Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't remember all the details, but I think didn't she die of cardiovascular or something?
I think so.
And then he died later,
Yeah.
probably because he wasn't eating and not taking
it
care of
wasn't.
himself. You know,
It wasn't a Phil Hartman
no
situation.
no,
Murder suicide.
no. It was a tragic end. I
Yes.
mean, just because and the fact that nobody checked on him periodically was sad. Great actor.
Yes.
Gene Hackman was in a lot of great movies when I grew up. I mean,
Next on the list, I fell in love with her during WKRP in Cincinnati. She had a pivotal role in Stroker Ace, in Cannonball.
No, she wasn't in Cannonball Run.
Was she in Cannonball Run 2?
I don't think so. She did date Burt Reynolds for a while.
Yes. Miss Lonnie Anderson.
Yep.
In the movie Stroker Ace, he had the inner turmoil with himself when he was putting her to bed after she had gotten too drunk, and he opened her shirt, and you know what? That's something that I will always say about Lonnie Anderson and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
They were both known for their big bazoombas,
Yeah.
but they have never shown said big bazoombas.
Nope. Well, not on film.
Right. Next, Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Meathead from the Archie Bunker show.
All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Yep. Went on and became a hell of a movie producer,
Director. He directed
writer.
the one movie with Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. Made the only Stephen King movie that Stephen King actually said that's the best rendition I've ever seen of any of my books put into movie form, which is Stand By Me.
Yes.
If you look at Reiner's career too, did you know he done Misery? I did not know this until.
Hang on. I'm trying to remember because
You remember Misery? Where
No. I remember the movie. I'm trying to remember which came first, Stand By Me or Misery.
Right.
Because Misery really.
What I'm saying is, I mean, you look at the span of different movies he done.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stay in this one little area of rom-coms.
Right.
Or
comedy,
thrillers, or I mean, he spanned the gambit of all different genres and knocked them all out. I mean, the new Spinal Tap has just come out. He was involved in that.
I've got a side story, something that I just learned today about Spinal Tap.
I mean, of course, he was heavily involved in the first one, and I think he was pretty heavily involved in this new one.
Yes.
Because his health wasn't declining.
Right.
I mean, outside of being, what was he, 70-something years old, you know? But still, I mean, still viable, you know, still making movies. the tragedy on this whole thing is what went down.
Yeah.
There's hasn't went to court or nothing yet, but him and his wife were both stabbed to death in their house. The number one suspect is their son,
Right.
and I said what I said earlier about the Charlie Kirk thing, so I could say this about this thing. Trump's tweet about it, or True Social post about it,
Right.
made me fucking sick.
Yeah.
Because he made it all about him. I know Rob Reiner hated fucking Trump,
Right.
wanted to do anything he possibly could to get Trump out of office. I understand that. But you're the fucking president of the United States, and you have a person who has made so many great films, entertained so many people, and you got to make it about yourself. Fuck you.
Well, see, and
That's just my opinion.
this is
I mean, couldn't you have a little bit of coof and say, we've lost Rob Reiner,
or not say anything at all.
or not say anything at all? Yeah.
Right. You're the most powerful man in the world. But and see with that stuff there, what he did during his first term, it goes back to when President Obama spoke out against the Trayvon Martin case. That was a local case. And he made it a political, racial thing.
Right.
And it's like, again, you're the president of the United States. You should not publicly interested in or putting your 2 cents in politically, publicly on any case whatsoever, because that's going to sway.
What my great grandma used to say, if you can't say something good about somebody, don't say anything at fucking all.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't say fucking, but I added that. You know, but that was, I thought that was real shitty. And I know a lot of Trump supporters that I've listened to on different podcasts and everything that were like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Right.
You know? And there's some out there go, oh, that's just Trump being Trump. Well, yeah, but that's getting a little fucking old.
Right.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Moving on. Somebody that had a lot to do with our youth, and the TV show Buck Rogers in the 21st century.
24th century.
24th century, yes. Gil Gerard,
You know,
Buck Rogers himself.
I was out in my garage here. It's probably been a year or so ago. Mm-hmm. I had TV on out there. I've just got an antenna out there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm flipping through, and there was an episode of Buck Rogers came on. I'm like, shit. I just left it on there. Aaron Gray, yeah. Yeah. I had a hell of a crush on that girl back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buck Rogers, I don't know how much other stuff he done. I think he done some other stuff and
Probably.
done some bit roles and stuff, but that's
But it's-
what I
it's-
remember him
right.
from, Buck Rogers in the 24th century.
It's like Mark Hamill.
Right.
Mark Hamill has done a lot of voice work, and he's had cameos in movies and everything, but he'll always be known as Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Carrie Fisher will always be known as Princess Leia.
Yep.
Harrison Ford.
Even though Harrison Ford's done other stuff besides Star
Yeah.
Wars that's got
He is-
got pretty popular.
Yeah, he's Dr. Han Jones. Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark series. He's also in the Taylor Sheridan series on Paramount, 1929.
Yes. Moving on to political. Former Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, I am really surprised that, like, I honestly, that shocked me because I didn't know that, like, he had passed away. Like, it wasn't a big political.
It wasn't. It was. I remember seeing a blurb about it on like CNN or NBC or something. But yeah, there wasn't a big lot of hoopla about it. There again, the old Halliburton thing and stuff. But still, former vice president.
Yeah.
His daughter was a senator, I want to say.
And I believe his wife, much like former President Biden's wife, were doctors.
That could be. I don't know that fact, but yeah.
The only other one that really, like, nationally and really made a big thing, and we've already talked about this, but Charlie Kirk. It's the surrounding of his death that's a big deal.
Right. He wasn't I mean, we put it the political deal because he was a conservative,
Political
a conservative
activist.
Christian activist.
Yes.
And like say, the ones that celebrate his death, I find you in contempt the way I do Trump saying the shit he did about Rob Reiner. That's
Right.
why I said that earlier. So
Before we go to the music one, which is a big deal to us, we're going to go to the sports world. George Foreman.
yeah,
I didn't realize about that one.
I didn't either. I don't remember hearing anything about George Foreman passing.
Former heavyweight champion.
The oldest heavyweight champion.
Yes. And, okay.
The George Foreman Grill.
Now,
And all of his kids being named George.
right. And I'll say this about Foreman. So when he got into the running to win the title, it's after Tyson went to prison the first time.
Yeah. Oh, the one he won the title again.
Yes.
As the oldest heavyweight champion. And what was he, 40? 45, okay.
Yep. Because had Tyson, I mean, honestly, completely honest, had Tyson not lost to Buster Douglas,
Right.
because before he lost that fight, he still had the titles unified. And I don't think Foreman would have lasted and won the title against Tyson.
Probably not.
Because they're both very powerful hitters.
The only thing Foreman would have been a reach advantage.
Yeah,
but Tyson proved that that didn't matter
right,
back in his prime.
because he studied boxing.
Oh, yeah. Rogan's talked about that many times. He watched film from Rocky Marciano
Yes.
to Sonny Liston,
Joe Frazier.
Muhammad Ali,
Yes.
and George Foreman, and
Yep.
all. Yeah, I mean, that's all he did.
The Rumble in the Jungle.
When he wasn't in the gym training, he was watching film.
Yes. And next in sports, regardless of whether you want to call it a sport or not, they are still an athlete. And Terry Hulk Hogan Bollea. Big deal.
We talked
Because-
a bit about this on the podcast we dedicated to his passing.
Yep.
Probably the main reason that the WWE was ever to take over the world,
Yes.
or WWF at the time,
Wrestling in general.
wrestling in general.
Yeah.
Was he the greatest in-ring performer in the world?
God, no.
No. Was he the greatest entertainer of professional wrestlers? Probably.
He was very flamboyant with his
And-
colors and his music and that time frame.
I didn't realize this. I was listening to Cornette's podcast this week, and they were talking. They were doing their omnibus,
Yes.
and it was talking about that. Come out Eye of the Tiger, which was the theme song of Rocky III, which was the movie he was in. When he first showed up, when he beat the Iron Sheik, his
Yeah.
entrance music was Eye of the Tiger. And it was for a little while until Survivor said, not
Nah.
unless you're paying us.
Right.
And that's when they wrote Real American and
And he actually played on that track.
on a Real American, yeah.
Yes.
Because he was a bass player.
Yes. Yes, he was.
But yeah, I mean, tremendous performer. Got in some controversy about some things he said later on, and
The steroids bit,
the controversy about his daughter dating black guys that he was recorded saying the N word and
Yeah.
stuff, and he never really made a formal apology. It was more like a "don't get caught" kind of apology. But all that aside,
his acting sucked.
oh yeah,
Plain and simple.
his acting in the ring was pretty good though. And then he changed, like say we talked about this before. He changed wrestling twice.
Yes.
You know, he brought about that whole WWE Hulkamania and
Say your prayers, eat your
rode
vitamins.
that wave, and then he turned heel in WCW and joined the NWO as their leader.
Nobody saw that happening.
No.
And that turned the wrestling world on its head.
And that's what let WCW beat WWE, or F at the time, 83 weeks in a row
Yes.
in the ratings.
Yes. Now, the last bit of this that we're going to talk about, of course, music, because we have an opinion or two in music. First one I want to bring up, Steve the Colonel Cropper. Now, you may not recognize the name because you're probably not a Blues Brothers fan like I am.
Ain't nobody a Blues Brothers fan like you are, except maybe Dan Aykroyd.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's Elwood Blues. But Steve the Colonel Cropper was...
Would you like to meet Dan Aykroyd and just have a sit down with him?
I'm just happy having a bottle of Skullhead vodka signed by Dan Aykroyd.
I'll tell you who
And
would
the
be
photos.
I'll tell you who would be another good one, Jim Belushi.
Oh my God.
I mean, John's brother.
Jim was supposed to be in Blues Brothers 2000,
Yep.
but the television show, according to Jim, had just recorded their pilot.
And it was a different company. And he couldn't, he's like,
Yep.
yep. Because he played a lot after John's passing. He toured with the Blues Brothers, him and Dan Aykroyd.
Right around the time of the movie Blues Brothers 2000, John Goodman did a lot of shows with Dan, and then Jim did a lot. Belushi Farms, a grow facility in Oregon, actually have released a Blues Brothers 5 pre-roll package. I don't care for the pre-rolls because I don't smoke, but I want the package.
Right.
And if you get your hands on a package of Blues Brothers pre-rolls, you can have what's inside, but send us the package to J&M Solve the World at
2120 East 342nd Road, Halfway, Missouri, 65663.
And make sure that you just send it, and we will be grateful.
The empty package would be great.
Next week, I am saying this first time as we were recording. He doesn't even know. We will have J&M Solve the World stickers.
All right.
Just like what's on our glass, on our shirts, and the hats, but the full color ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next up, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys, yeah. 60 plus years of music.
God. Yes.
I mean, I'm picking up good vibrations.
Yeah.
The only real controversy I can remember about the Beach Boys is their association with
Charlie Manson.
Charlie Manson,
Yep.
and then the death of Oh, what was her name? She was an actress. She was dating one of the Beach Boys. She drowned.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But
Yeah, I do, but
Natalie
I
Wood.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tremendous influence on music.
Yes.
That whole surfer sound from the
Yes.
50s and stuff.
60s. Yeah.
And, yep.
Now,
Spurn bands on like Jan and Dean and, that whole sound from
Oh,
that
yeah.
era. Yeah.
somebody that was a pioneer in the funk world who had big hits that were covered by White Zombie. I am talking about the one, the only Sly Stone.
Right.
Sly and the Family
Stones.
Stone.
That was one of my brother Gary's favorite bands, was Sly and the Family Stones.
Really?
Yes.
Knowing your brother,
Yeah.
I would have never thought that he was a Sly and the Family Stone
yeah.
fan.
Of course, he was an AC/DC fan too. It was funny because during his cancer battle, we thought it was the end.
Yeah.
Everybody showed up at the hospital and they're talking, and he was sitting there. Of course, Gary being Gary, he goes, I'm an AC/DC fan. Just don't play Highway to Hell at my funeral. And I'm like, oh, but that would be so fucking cool.
Well, and you got to ask yourself, why is there a highway to hell but only a stairway to heaven?
Because it's harder to get into heaven. You can get on the highway to hell at 75 mile an hour.
Yep.
But you got to walk up them stairs to heaven.
Now, I would use that as a segue.
That's basically in the Bible.
Yes.
It says the road to hell is paved and smooth, and the road to heaven is rough and treacherous.
I would normally use that as a segue to the next person on the list, but that's not going to happen. The next person on the list, big influence on myself. My first hard rock album ever heard and fell in love with, myself and several other people, but the one, the only Paul Ace Frehley.
That was probably one of the first hard rock bands I got into. Just because at the time, because you got to remember, I remember seeing them, probably the year you were born, or if not, the year before you were born. You're 74, right?
73.
73? Okay.
Yeah. I'm a 73 model.
But I seen them and knew what the fuck was going on when you were a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck. I seen them on Midnight Special.
Yep.
I think we've talked about this when we talked about Ace. And I'm sitting there, I would see in 73, I would have been...
8.
No. I would have turned 10 in 66.
Whoa.
No, or 76. I would have turned 10 in 76. I'm sorry.
7.
So I'd have been
6 or 7. Yeah.
Because I'm October. And I don't know what time during the year I seen them, but they were on the Midnight Special, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Now, the Halloween Midnight Special, that was like 77.
I don't remember that. I mean, this was early on.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just, and now, well, it was Wolfman Jack. And now we got coming up, Kiss. It was like, what the fuck is this? I'm sitting there and I'm freaking out just on the visual of all the makeup and the costumes and shit. But inside I'm going, this fucking music is fucking cool.
Right.
I mean, this was before fucking heavy metal.
Right.
This was hard rock.
Exactly.
They called it.
Exactly. And my first album.
I honestly, even though Black Sabbath came out in 69.
70.
Well,
their first album.
They're 70, yeah. I'd never heard of Black Sabbath.
Right.
When I seen Kiss. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
Right, right.
And it was like, wow, you know. I felt like I was watching something illegal,
Oh, I know.
you know.
Because you didn't know what to think when you see four dudes in platforms. So
Yeah.
they're so much bigger than everybody else.
7-inch
they're
leather heels.
Yes,
And the
wearing
4-inch
makeup.
platforms, yeah,
You didn't know what they looked like.
yeah.
You know, when I first moved to Illinois, the first was over at a friend's place, and and I've talked about this. We were jumping up and down on his grandma's bed, and we had the solo albums. And he had Gene's solo album, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome!" Because it was the demon with the red and the
little
blood. Yeah.
yeah.
But I gravitated towards Ace, and it was always, even though I played bass in our band. I'm not going to call myself a bassist because I was not a bassist. I played bass, but my influences were always guitar players,
Right.
and they started with Ace. And
That's not bad company to be in because Dimebag, big fan of Ace,
no,
you know.
but the last person that I want to talk about, and the biggest loss that the music world, the entertainment world had last year was John Michael Ozzy Osbourne. From the early days with Black Sabbath, and not realizing that he was dyslexic,
Right.
to being fired from Sabbath and forming his own band. And I mean, his influence just shaped modern music as we know. First it was with Sabbath, with the darkness and the riff, and then with Ozzy it was always the guitar player he had.
Yeah.
You had Randy, you had Jake, you had Zach. For a short period of time, you had Joe Holmes, who was a student of Randy's.
I could probably honestly say that most heavy metal bands out there today, including ourselves, were influenced by Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
if
from Metallica to Megadeth to Slayer to
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
How many bands would not be
'Cause-
as big as they are without Ozzy?
Right. Well, how many of them wouldn't be as big because Ozzy took them on their fucking first tour?
Sabbath took Van Halen out.
Right.
And Joey Diaz has talked about this. They knew that when a band would play the Garden or whatever, you always stayed out in the parking lot drinking, fuck the opening band. But it was because they knew when the headliner came on. But for Van Halen, they were told, hey, you got to check out the opening band. And I mean,
I mean, you remember the Cliff Ball video, it was like getting drunk with Ozzy. They're opening for Ozzy, and
on the Puppets tour.
And the thing about it too, you think somebody like Ozzy, you have a band like Metallica go on before you. And you see that first show.
And you got to follow it.
And not to go, get these guys off our fucking tour.
Right.
But Ozzy didn't do that.
Nope.
He's like, nope. This is all fucking rock and roll, and we're gonna do our thing, and
Yeah.
and everybody was there for Ozzy too.
Right.
What I seen, I got to see Ozzy one time, and that was at Ozfest in 2000.
Yep. Yep.
the last four bands, last four, let me think here. The last three for sure was Godsmack, Pantera, and Ozzy.
Yep.
And Pantera's out there playing their show, and they're talking about being the kings of heavy metal. And I'm going, that's a little braggadocious on your part. I mean, yeah, you guys are fucking tearing it up, but still. And right before they done Cowboys, their final song,
Yep.
Phil goes, "We are the kings of heavy metal, but coming up next is God."
Yes.
Enough said.
And
You
I
know,
mean, because when Pantera did
because
Ozfest,
the difference between a king and a god is a whoop.
oh yeah,
You know,
when Pantera did Ozfest, they were at, I mean, they were fucking huge.
unfortunately, it wasn't that long before that all went
Yeah.
sideways. But at that time, yeah, I mean, goddamn.
But, you know, without Ozzy, I would have never.
What other music sounded like Black Sabbath in 1969 or 1970?
There wasn't one.
And the main reason is because Tony, on his last day at his factory job, got the tips of these two fingers cut off.
Yep.
Because he was a left-handed guitar player.
Yep.
And he had to make some thimbles out of molted candle wax and shit.
Plastic
Yeah.
dishwasher or dish soap bottles.
Yeah. And then he's trying to play, and he's like, this fucking hurts. So he tuned that guitar down a full step. And he's like, I can play it now.
And went with heavier strings so he could feel them.
Yeah. And then
The rest is
the sound
fucking
is
history.
Yeah. And the fact that they would go ahead and play that devil's note
Yes.
in the
Now, without Randy being an Ozzy, and this is well before social media, before, you know, you could look up, oh, Randy used to play for Quiet Riot. It came out in interviews that you had to read magazines about.
Right.
But would you have ever went and listened to Quiet Riot?
I don't know how I even got turned on to Quiet Riot, because that was back in that 80s wave of LA, you know, and Mental Health came out.
Yes. And they went to number one.
When I seen Quiet Riot up at the Regency, this would have been back in the late 90s.
Yeah, we were all up there.
Yeah.
Because it was Warrant
Warrant,
and Quiet Riot and Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that many years later, and Quiet Riot was kind of pissed that Randy left for Ozzy.
Yes.
But Kevin DuBrow still said, this next song is for our brother, Randy Rhoads.
And Rudy followed Randy.
Oh, yeah, he was an Ozzy shortly after.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then after the plane crash, Rudy went back to Quiet Riot, and shortly after that is when they put out Metal Health, which went to number one, the first hard rock album to actually be number one on the Billboard charts. But, you know,
And they went number one with our song, which was a cover,
yes.
Come On Feel the Noise,
Yep.
which was their only hit.
Slade.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the other hit, it never got top
No,
of the
I'm
charts.
talking about
but
top
yeah.
one. Yeah, made it number one.
Mama, we're all crazy now.
Yeah.
Mama, we're all crazy now. Which was also a cover, a Slade cover.
Was it?
But
Did you ever hear the original Slade version?
yeah,
Yeah.
Jakey Lee, when he left Ozzy, he went on and formed Badlands.
I seen them down at Swiss Villa, which I don't know what they call it now. It's Lampe, Missouri.
Yes,
They were opening for Tesla and Great White.
yes,
I didn't know who the fuck Badlands was.
right.
And we're down there, it's like, this guy's pretty good, you know. And then later on, it's like, yeah, we got Jakey Lee of Badlands and stuff on like Headbangers Ball. I'm like, fuck, dude, I seen that dude.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
It's like, cool.
Zach, first he did Pride and Glory, which was a very bluesy, southern sort of feel. He did that one album and then came back to Ozzy. And then shortly after, he did Black Label, which kind of had their own sound, but it was after I Don't Want to Stop that Ozzy was like, because the Ozzy band started sounding a lot more like Black Label, because Blasco at that time was playing with Black Label. Like, pretty much the band was Black Label with another guitar player. But I think for Zach, the ultimate tribute and showing much love for Ozzy was Zach Sabbath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um,
You know,
and-
and even in Black Label, you listen to those songs and you can tell with Zach's vocals that he played for Ozzy for all those years.
right.
Because
And
he's got kind of that same
yep.
enunciation in his voice, you know.
But Zach always said, if the boss calls and says that we're doing this, we're doing that. He never, he looked at it as Sharon and Ozzy were his, like, Sharon was like his surrogate mom.
Yeah.
And
Well, he even called Ozzy Dad, didn't he, too? And the dad or the boss.
boss.
Yeah.
It was always the boss. But Sharon, the way Sharon, like, really brought.
Well, whenever Zach
Zach.
first auditioned, Sharon's like, he looks like Randy.
Yeah.
He's just taller. Because Zach was a little skinny kid back then.
No beard. Jack has an interview and he talks about being babysat by Uncle Zach.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, that's just hilarious. But that is our 2025 year-end review. If we missed something, please leave us a comment down below. Let us know.
We didn't go into all the sports team that won championships. Except
No.
I did
No.
recognize the Eagles
The
for kicking the
Eagles,
shit out of
the Dodgers. I can't even remember who won the Lord Stanley or the NBA title.
I think Oak City won the NBA title, didn't they? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't follow basketball.
Yeah. Not since Jordan retired.
Right.
But with that being said, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents.
J&M, solve the world. I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter. And we will be seeing you.
Peace.